Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, to the elders, the great millstone. Peace, love, honors, and salutation to the hopeful elect that are out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom to you, Hakim. So this is a video, I was watching, and nations conspire. I urge brothers to subscribe. This guy put out really good content. So basically, he's going into the whole AI system, digital system, and that basically, really this is all leading up to the fourth or the third or fourth industrialized revolution, merging man with machine. And I'm gonna play the video, then I'm gonna get to some scriptures.
Anymore. And we go, excuse me? It's gonna take all your jobs. And we're sitting there listening, telling us all of this stuff with AI. It's to protect us. It's for the betterment of humanity. They can't even explain it to you. They go, we're going forward with AI, but it's going to probably wipe out humanity and kill humans at some point. It's gonna be able to think for itself, and it's gonna take all your jobs. And we're sitting there listening to it and doing nothing. They literally sit on TV.
Yeah, the American people are conquered, man. The whole American mindset to rise up is conquered, and even especially our people. That's why the Lord is gonna have to be the one to rouse these people up, especially Jake. There's a reason why there's a liquor store on every block. There's a reason why weed and all types of drugs is just being flooded through this country, because they want to keep the people simple. They want to keep the people in a state where they're not willing to fight. They much rather get high or drunk. They give you sports, bread and circuses to keep you entertained. The American mindset is weak. That's why people are not fighting about, but you do have some that are out there that are actually fighting against this thing. You see us, we're not fighting against it. The elect, we want all these things to come to pass because what? It's fulfilling prophecy. And ultimately, it's going to lead up to that MOTB, which I'm going to get. It's going to lead up to that, and that's one of the final prophecies that we're waiting for. And we're damn near close to it, man. And this guy, man, you could tell he's a so-called Jew. You created a fucking website, man. What are you doing there with the president? This guy, he's juiced in, man. Zuckerberg.
Bill Gates, there's no need for humans anymore. And we go, excuse me? No, nobody does that. What do the sheeple do? They applaud. Hey,
everyone's talking about AI, and that's the big topic. Everyone's like, how's it going to take over? It's bad, or it's good, or we don't know.
The era that we're just starting is that intelligence is rare. A great doctor, a great teacher. In the next decade, that will become free, commonplace. Medical advice, great tutoring, because it solves all these specific problems. Like we don't have enough doctors or, mental health professionals. It brings with it kind of so much change. What will jobs be like? But I think, it's a little bit unknown. People are like, wow, this is a bit scary.
Will we still need humans?
Not for most things. We'll decide.
There we go. And then the sheep just laugh. And not knowing that you're gonna be victims in this thing, man. And they show you that a lot, which Lord willing, I might tune that in. Turn that on when I finish this lesson. Black Mirror. They show you this a lot in Black Mirror, where they're trying to go. They want you people in total slavery, total obedience, man. There's nothing you can do without their permission. That's where they want you. And that's gonna start, and they're really gonna get there with that MOTB, that device that they're gonna implant in you. That's why they're crashing everything, man. Everything is going digital. Right now, you're paying with your phone. You're swiping your phone. You're swiping your card. You're tapping your card. Even some places you're tapping your hand. They're getting you comfortable to gear you up for that, so they won't there won't really be a fight of when they fully implement this thing. You know? Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Be sober. Let me see. Okay, now it's locked here. Bear me one. Well, matter of fact, Salakia. This is what I should get. Ephesians 5:15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." Right. Well, now let's look up this word circumspect. Exactly, accurately, diligently. Right. You're supposed to be diligently looking these things up, man. You know, and even when you break down the word circumspect, circum means to look. I mean, circum meaning around, and spect means to look. You know, or to see. You know, back in the days in Jamaica, you know, my aunt said, she's like, "Where's my specs?" Meaning, where's my glasses so they could see. So it says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." Right? We're not fools. We're not laughing at shit like this. But even though we want these things to happen, we're not laughing at it. We're laughing at the people laughing at it because they're so fucking stupid. You know? When we're wise to go into these things, to look into these things that the so-called white man does, you know, as it says in you know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. You know, we're on game, man. We know, we telling you people, you know, all these things before it happens. That's what the word prophet mean, to say before. We're saying all these things years and years and years. You know, this guy Tazariak, that asshole, he wanted to say Alex Jones is the leader of GMS. Nigga, Apostle Har been teaching that before Alex Jones. Before Alex Jones came on the scene. And I personally seen the video of Apostle Har back in Central Park. I believe it was 1989. Or it might have been earlier. Of a young Apostle Har teaching about the RFID microchip back in Central Park. You know? We've been teaching about this thing, man. And you guys, man, you know, your faces when these things, you know, come to pass are going to be priceless, man. So let me play on.
Well, we'll decide, you know, like baseball. We won't want to watch computers play baseball. There'll be some things that...
You hear what he said? We'll decide. So they're going to decide what they want humans to do. And these people want total control, man. That's what this chip is about. Total control. This fucking devil's hands, man. They want total control over you, man. We'll decide. Let me go back.
We reserve for ourselves. But in terms of, you know, we'll decide.
Yeah, we'll decide.
Really? Well,
and the we that'll decide ain't gonna be you. You ain't gonna have no fucking choice in it. You're gonna be the decision of what they make you do. You know? Computers can't reproduce, but guess what? Humans can. And then when you go into the movie The Matrix, which is another good movie to watch, man. You know, they basically had everybody plugged up to computers. And their very existence was just a computer program that's been programmed in their heads, in their minds. And they were used as batteries for these robots, man. The fourth industrialized revolution.
You know, like baseball. We won't want to watch computers play baseball. There'll be some things that we reserve for ourselves. But in terms of making things and moving things and growing food, over time, those will be basically solved problems.
I mean, will we still need humans?
Not for most things. You know, we'll decide.
mean, hosting a
Not
time,
for most
we
things will
still need
decide.
humans.
Not for most things. We'll decide.
There you go. And this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. Now, in fact, let me get this in the NLT actually. Let me get this in the NLT. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. It says, in fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive, but it will be shortened for the sake of God's chosen ones. Right, man. For the elect's sake, the Lord is shortening these days, and these days have been shortened. Because where these people wanna go, they want to eliminate humanity. They want to merge you with a machine. And if the Lord will let this place continue, that's what would happen. But the Lord has his promise that he's promised to Abraham. That his seed will inherit the land, and that the elect of his people will be saved, man. So you see the plan of where these people are going.
There's no need for humans in the future. What do we need them for? We're going to be replaced with AI because the benefits outweigh the cons. And what are the benefits? They don't show you any benefits. Why? Because you have a good time on your phone, watching deep fakes of Keanu Reeves going to restaurants, hitting on 80-year-old women. Oh, how great.
And these are, these are the evil people, man. This is the seed of the wicked. This man wants to destroy everything, including himself. Let me go to Job chapter 20, verse 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Right. So you're triumphing. Let's look up this word. Your reign and cry, your shout for joy. It's short. You're not gonna as the scripture is gonna say, I'm gonna get it a little bit later. You're not gonna, in the fullness of your sufficiency, you're gonna be in straits. You're not gonna get to perform your enterprise, man. The things you want to accomplish. Now, will they chip certain people? Hell yeah. They're already doing it. They're gonna chip a lot of people. But they ain't gonna get to the point where they want to be. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach the clouds, your space stations and all that, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung, which have seen. It's like they which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Right, you're going to be destroyed, man. That's why the scriptures say, thus for violence shall that great city Babylon be destroyed in 1 hour. The eye which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place be found be any more behold him. Right, you ain't gonna have no goddamn country no more, man. Babylon the Great is not gonna be here no more. So let me get to the point. I believe it's it says verse 20. It said, matter of fact, verse 19, it says, because he have oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away a house which he built not. Didn't you not oppress and forsaken the Israelites? Did you not violently take away this land from the natives, the so-called natives, the Gadites, the Reubenites, the Issacharites? It says, he has violently taken away a house which he built not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. Right. You're not going to, get to keep all of this, man. You're not sleeping well at night because there's a giant target on your head, and the Most High don't miss. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Right. And the Lord is going to raise up Jake, man. The Lord is going to raise Jake up to take your ass down, man. But ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, he's gonna cause all these other countries to shoot missiles on Babylon. You know, but Jake is gonna get busy, man. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast his fury, the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. You know, and this all starts with Amalek, man. And as the scriptures say, the least of the flock shall draw them out. They're gonna draw America out to that third world war. You know, they're gonna draw America out to that third world war. So you people, you know, keep watching stuff like this, and you know, this watch what this asshole says, man. Instead of laughing at it, look into it, man. Be more circumspect. You know. But I'll be back, Lord willing, with another lesson. Shalom.